Did you know that in Aladdin, despite a lot of hype for the much-anticipated release of the live-action movie based on the classic fairy tale of the same name, moviegoers were upset by the rendition? Even though the movie's made over $1 billion since 2019, it's often listed as underwhelming and disappointing by fans. The soundtrack received praise along with the special effects, but popular actor Will Smith's portrayal as Genie garnered significantly negative reviews. Many critics calling the actor's take on the character annoying and awkward. The movie's a remake of the 1992 animated film, which was the highest-grossing film of that year, and is fondly remembered as one of the most beloved animated films. Did you know in The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies, Lee Pace's family was actually filmed in a scene? Lee's parents showed up to visit, but when they arrived, Peter Jackson decided to see if they wanted to be extras in a scene. After agreeing, they were actually made into Lake Town villagers, and they filmed the scene with Sir Ian Holm. According to Lee, the scene wound up getting cut out of the final cut, thanks to Lee's father hamming it up during filming. Did you know in F9, The Fast Saga, Justin Lin returned to direct this entry? And he had a challenge to keep going, with the big world-ending events that the series had gone into, starting with Fast 6. He said that it took more effort on his part, but it felt right to keep going in the direction that the franchise had gone. He felt that this was going to be the last time for the series, as the final entry will focus on character development in other aspects while taking the series back to its roots. Did you know that Moana was the #1 movie in 2016 for 3 straight weeks? Opening at a staggering $82 million and going on to bank $600 million worldwide, it's one of the most successful animated films released. This was only the second Polynesian-themed Disney animated feature since Lilo & Stitch back in 2002. The release competed with Star Wars and managed to conquer the buzz, whether in the box office or the media. Starring superstar actor Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, critically acclaimed Lin-Manuel Miranda, and Hawaii native Ali Cravalho, the movie reflected the victory of diversity in Hollywood with its authentic Polynesian representations. Did you know in X-Men, Hugh Jackman almost didn't get the part? It's hard to see anyone else playing the role of lead character in Mutant Wolverine in X-Men, but it was actually nearly the case. Initially, Scottish actor Doug Ray Scott had been cast to lead the film, but due to shooting on Mission Impossible 2 overrunning, director Bryan Singer was forced to find a last-minute replacement. Fellow Australian actor Russell Crowe, who was the first choice to play the role, recommended Hugh Jackman, who was relatively unknown at the time, to play Wolverine. Thankfully, he did land the role, as it's really hard seeing anyone else fill those shoes. Did you know that in The Social Network, this 2010 biographical drama was based on the founding of Facebook and its initial legal fallouts? Mark Zuckerberg admitted to not seeing the film when it was released. Instead, he sent some of his employees to go see the film, and later remarked on the fact that the film got his clothing right. There are reports that the young billionaire did not agree with a lot of aspects about his portrayal, but he decided against reacting. Although based on actual events, no consultants or experts were brought in to analyze the accuracy. Did you know in The Mandalorian, Pedro Pascal shared screen time as the masked protagonist with body doubles? Since the crew decided to keep their movements in sync and similar, it's almost impossible to notice when one is used more than the others. There are 2 other body doubles that are in the suit from time to time, and Pedro Pascal dubs his voice over the performance. Interestingly enough, Pedro doesn't wear the suit at all in the 4th episode. Did you know in Stranger Things, Dacre Montgomery actually had to tone down his 6-pack abs and muscle tone for the role of Billy after finishing his previous project, Power Rangers? He felt that his chiseled look from Power Rangers just didn't suit the character as well. When he took a step back to evaluate his character, he realized that men in the 80s just weren't shredded like that. He was self-conscious about being pudgier in this role, but it just felt right.